You launder money through politicians' families?
I don't know about laundering, but sure, yeah. I mean, essentially, the second bucket of strategies for lobbying is enriching people around politicians.
Because the laws are way more relaxed for people around the politicians?
Exactly. This is when we might hire a relative as a really well-paid consultant or give them a ridiculous salary to be on the board of an energy company.
You already said that before.
I did, but I'm gonna guess that you actually have no idea who I'm talking about when I say that.
Friends and family?
Right, but who's hiring them?
Lobbyists.
Good God. Can you even tell me who lobbyists are?
You.
Oh, you're not that bright, are you? This video is just as much about who's getting paid as it is about who's doing the paying.
Are you not a lobbyist?
Lobbyists are just people whose job is to try and influence politicians. There are full-time employees at major corporations. There are firms that are hired out by anyone. There are trade associations that represent specific industries like fossil fuel.
Wait, how are trade associations not collusion or something? Like, isn't it illegal to strategize with your competition?
Oh yeah, usually, but not always, because we are very clever.
You say clever, I say shady.
Tomato, tomato.
I mean, I can't call up my competitor and directly talk about how we're gonna carve out the market, or how much or how little we're gonna produce, or what prices you're gonna charge, or how you're gonna pay your employees.
But what we can do is we can create a legal third party that we fund with dues, and it has people from my company and your company and Exxon that are sitting on the board, and they're going to retreats together. And the whole point is talking about what's good for the industry. So as long as we don't explicitly agree to anything.
So really it's more like tomato, tomato, except you wrapped some onion around the tomato and you're like, well, it's not technically a tomato.
No, that's a bad analogy. Actually, the reason that I brought this up was to say one of the reasons that lobbying can be so hard to spot, especially nepotistic lobbying, is because lobbyists come in every shape and size.
So anyone that's hired the relative of a politician might be lobbying?
No, because relatives need jobs too. The red flags that you should be looking for this type of lobbying are when a politician has connections or oversight into an industry, or when their family member has no real experience in the job that they're getting hired for, or they have a very inflated salary or a really ambiguous title.
But even still, that doesn't prove anything.
Nope, it's pretty hard to prove. And politicians do it too. But you know what? If you ever run for office, you should have one of your siblings start a printing company.
Why? There's not a lot of money in printing.
Yeah, I mean, there can be. If you're a campaign's sole provider for all their signs and buttons and all that bullshit.
Oh, you're saying the politicians do it themselves? And that's not illegal?
Tomato, tomato.